Hello guys, let's see how your shaded pole induction motor works or runs. Okay, you can see here in the diagram, this is your stator. Okay, and you can see there are 4 poles in the stator winding, and this is your rotors, that is squirrel cage rotor 1. This one of your stator pole is enlarged over here. You can see this is salient pole 1, and you can see at this part your pole is not usual type. They have made a cut here and they have made some cross-sectional design here, right? And again, for the top of it they have fixed a copper band, a circular band. Here you are not able to see, actually it is a circular copper band fixed over the edge of your poles. Okay, you can see they're all fixed here for all the 4 poles. And let us see the reason why they have made such copper band or shading band. Okay, by doing so what happens, there creates what uneven flux is distributed, and due to uneven flux what happens, your motor will start without any having what you can say auxiliary winding. Okay, let's see. So this is your alternating flux or AC supply you can call. Can see we have taken only positive cycle into consideration. Negative cycle will be same as that of the positive cycle. We have divided your positive cycle into 3 instances. One is at time t1, the other one is at time t2, other one is at time t3. Okay, same you can see single phase supply is connected to the stator winding, and without any auxiliary winding what happens, your motor will start to run. Okay, and this copper band will help us to do so. Let's see how it is advantageous here. Let us see this picture 1. Okay, B. So when at time t is equal to t1, you can see at time t is equal to t1 from this part to this part. Okay, now what is happening, flux is increasing, right? From 0 to this part, yes, it is flux is increasing. Here flux is increasing at this particular part t1. Okay, you can see at t1 what has happened. Here the flux is more, the left part flux is more. This is one of your poles, the flux is more when compared to this part, right part. So this part will be our left part and this part will be our right part. So here flux is less, crowding of flux is less, and here crowding of flux is more. And wherever the crowding of flux is more, there we will have magnetic axis. So here what I'm trying to say is, here magnetic flux is uneven distributed due to this copper shading band. Okay, due to this copper shading band what happens, the flux is unevenly distributed. Here it is distributed more and here it is distributed less. Now let us see why it is distributed less and why it is distributed more, so that magnetic axis is towards left side. So the reason is, inside your copper shading band itself, we know that whenever current starts to flow in this winding, so what happens, there creates a magnetic flux. Obviously due to that flux what happens, there induce EMF in this short circuit copper band or shading band. Due to the induce of that EMF, that makes or that creates current to flow through this copper shading band. So current start to circulate in this copper shading band, and again the current flows in such a way that it always follows the Lenz's law. What Lenz's law? Lenz's law always says that it always opposes the cause. It opposes the cause. What is flowing here? The current is flowing in the shaded band due to the induce of EMF in the shading band, and always that current will flow in such a direction that it always opposes the cause. What is the cause? The cause is the current or the flux. Okay, it always opposes the flux flowing through this part, you can see. So that's why what happens, it will eliminates some of the fluxes at this particular part, that is at the right part. Okay, so as per Lenz's law, the current flowing in the shading band always opposes the cause. The cause is the flux here. So the flux distribution is less and the flux distribution here is more. And here there is no any problem, there is no any shading band at all, so there is no any want to stop it from flowing. So there is no any opposition offered here. Only opposition offered to the main flux here is by the copper shading band, and it opposes the cos. So that flux distribution is less here, flux distribution is more here at the t is equal to t1. Now coming to the when t is equal to t2. Now let's see the diagram again. When t is equal to t2, here you can see the rate of change of flux is 0, but here rate of change of flux is having certain value. Yes or not? You can see the flux was changing continuously with respect to time, but when we reach at its peak, rate of change of flux is 0. Yes or not? With that knowledge, we shall see this. When rate of change of flux is 0, so what happens? There is no any change in the flux. So if there is no any change in the flux, means there is no any induce of EMF in the copper shading band. If there is no any EMF induced in the copper shading band, what happens? There is no any flow of short circuit current in the copper shading band. If there is no any flow of copper current in the copper shading band, means there is no any opposition to the main flux. So flux is evenly distributed throughout this pole. Okay, so if the flux is evenly distributed, then what happens? The magnetic axis will be at the center of this pole. Yes or not? So magnetic axis is shifted from this point to this point. Okay, from left, before it was somewhere here, now it is shifted to right. Fine. Now let us see what happens at t equal to t3, at the instant t3. You can see at this what happened, t equal to t3. Now rate of change of flux is decreasing. Here rate of change of flux was increasing in manner, now it is decreasing in manner. Yes or not? From t2 to t3. With that knowledge, what happens here? Now you can see flux at the right part is more and flux in the left part is less. Here distribution of the flux is more, here distribution of flux is less. Now let us see why the distribution of flux is more here and why it is less here. Like I said, now rate of change of flux is decreasing manner, decreasing rapidly, right, from the t2 to t3. So what happened here? So since the rate of change of flux is since the flux is changing, so flux is changing means EMF gets induced here. If EMF gets induced, so the current will also start to flow. Short circuit current will also flow in the copper shading band, and the flow of current is in such a manner or in such a direction that it always opposes the cause. Now what is the cause? Decrease in the flux is the cause. So now it is opposing that. What does it mean? The copper shading band current is opposing that, means it will try to increase it instead of decreasing, it will try to increase it. Okay, here, but here what happened? It was the rate of change of the flux was increasing, so it tries to stop it. Yes, it tries to oppose it. Here also what is happening? It is decreasing, it is opposing. The current flowing in the copper shading band is opposing the decrease, means it is aiding, it is helping to increase the flux. Yes, but here it was decreasing the flux by opposing it, right? Here it is also opposing, in which manner? In aiding manner. Yes or not? Here it is opposing the decrease. Opposing the decrease in sense what? It is trying to increase the flux. Okay, don't think it in the wrong manner. It is trying to increase the flux. How? By opposing the decrease. Here it is trying to decrease the flux by opposing the main flux. Yes, please do understand here. So what happens? More flux gets crowded at the right part and less flux get crowded in the left part. Okay, so flux distribution is again uneven here. Flux, less flux here, and here more flux here. Now what happened? The magnetic axis, before it was center, now it has shifted to the right. So if I place the 3 poles or even more than 3 poles or 4 poles, the magnetic axis will continuously go on varying circularly. Yes or not? Now it is linear, now it can see moving from left to right. But if I place in circular fashion, then what happens? The magnetic axis going to rotate in the clockwise fashion. Okay, so this creates rotational magnetic field in the stator part. This is how, and again due to the rotational magnetic field, what happens? This interacts your rotor, and due to interaction of the rotor, what happens? EMF gets induced in the rotor, and due to EMF gets induced in the rotor, there flows a short circuit current in the squirrel cage rotor, and due to the short circuit current, they produce the rotor flux, and this rotor flux and main flux interacts to produce rotation in the at the rotor part. Okay, and again this is the same speed torque characteristics. Here you can see the starting torque is low, 40 to around 40 to 50%. You can see starting torque is less when compared to that of your earlier machines, either split phase or it is capacitor start or capacitor run. Okay, any one of motors here the starting torque is less. Okay, and again there is only centrifugal switch and all. The power factor is low as we don't have any capacitor and all. Again copper losses are high. Why? Because the shading ring that causes the efficiency low. Okay, you have to produce of that short circuit current in the copper shading band. And again here some of the limitations which they are given in the material. Okay, so one thing you need to know here is there is a change in the magnetic axis from left to right. If I keep this in a circular fashion, then the magnetic axis will rotate in the clockwise fashion. Okay, so here just once again I'm going to remind you, always the current flowing in the shading band is in a such a way or in a such a direction that it always opposes the cause. At T1 what was happening, the flux was increasing manner, so it opposed it, so it tries to decrease. So it tries to decrease, and what happens, the flux at this part, what happened, it decreased, and here the flux crowding was more. But here what happened, at T2 the rate of change of flux was 0, so there is no any flux, means there is no any current in the shading band, so there is no any opposition, so magnetic axis was the center. And now at this particular part, now here at the time T3, the rate of the flux was continuously decreasing, and again the flow of current in the copper shading band in such a way that it always opposes that, it opposes the decrease. It opposes the decrease means it tries to increase the flux, so the crowding of the flux is more here when compared to this, so this creates unbalance. And remember, we need unbalance because that unbalance is the thing which causes our motor to run. Yes, and this is what we have with the uh, shaded pole induction motors. So that's why it is shaded a step ahead with for the all four poles. Thus shifting takes place continuously in a clockwise fashion or anti-clockwise fashion depending upon the stator winding connection. Okay, here rate of change of flux is increasing, rate of change of flux is decreasing, right, from T2 to T3. From T1 to T2 it was increasing, or from 0 to T2 it was increasing, and T2 to 0 it is decreasing. Here it opposes the increase shading band, and from here to here it opposes the decrease. Okay, whenever it is opposed the increase, means that particular part what happens, the flux will get reduced. Okay, another part flux will increase. Okay, that creates an imbalance, and from this part to this part it opposes the decrease, means it is trying to help to increase the flux. So at the particular shading band, flux will get increase, and this particular part flux will get increase. Again, due to this what happens, again unbalance created, and due to this what happens, this makes your motor to rotate in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction.